With an introduction from Lee Greenwood's God Bless the USA, Donald Trump took the familiar form of aggressor, chipping away at his favorite target of late, Hillary Clinton.
She's been there for 30 years and has never done anything for you or your family. She's there for only one reason: to protect her donors and collect their money.
Once again positioning himself as the savvy outsider, Donald Trump promised to defend the Constitution and uphold the nation's laws, while also wiping away the stench of Washington scandal.
The Clintons are the sordid past. We will be the very bright and clean future.
Of course, Donald Trump does have a history of his own to overcome, particularly when it comes to the opposite sex, which we asked him about one-on-one. Right now, the airwaves are flooded with attack ads on you, trying to paint you as disrespectful toward women.
Nobody has more respect for women than I do, and I think one of the reasons we're leading is because of the women.
So far, the constant attacks on Trump have done little to erode his core support, a group that he knows how to fire up.
Imagine what our country could accomplish if we started working together as one people, under one God, saluting one American flag.
Now, in our one-on-one, Trump also flatly denied a report that was out today that accused him of violating the U.S. embargo on Cuba in the late 1990s, saying he's never been to Cuba and he's never tried to do business with them. He also showed a lot of affection towards the state of New Hampshire, saying when it comes to the crisis of addiction here, a Trump administration would solve that. But let's get back to that crowd. It was strong. They started lining up early, and Charisse Leclerc talked to some of them today, and once again, they're supportive.
That's right. Most of them here, they were supportive, and they came in by the bus, full bust over from the Manchester-Boston Regional Airport. A lot of them eager to hear more about the crisis on drugs here in New Hampshire and how Trump says that relates to immigration. So we heard about a lot of that from them. Just about a half an hour ago, the last of his supporters did leave the Sportsplex, brought back to the airport. We saw them come in the bus full. They bought T-shirts, hats, buttons, all of it to support their candidate. Many of them, as I said, telling us that they support his take on immigration, which he did address this afternoon. Some people here have come out to watch him speak at previous New Hampshire rallies as well. They say it's because he's unlike any politician they've seen. Meantime, several protesters stood outside the entrance of the driveway to the Sportsplex holding signs asking Trump to release his taxes.
I think his policy on banning the immigrants and refugees until they can be properly vetted is good, and it should open up more jobs for our poor people who are on welfare now.
I'm excited at the idea of Hillary being president, but it's not only because she's a woman, it's because she's a capable, intelligent woman with experience. She has been in the White House.
And initial numbers that we've got from Bedford Police, they tell us there were about 850 spectators here, and in total, they say, including members of the media, there were less than 1,000 people who attended. And I spoke with people on both sides, as I said. They say after Monday night's debate, they're still backing their respective candidates, of course.
Yeah, and Trump knows that even with that support, though, he has to expand his base, urging them to get out the vote, help him get their friends to the polls, whatever it takes, saying that there's now 40 days left to help them do something very special for the world and the country. Very Donald Trump-like. Reporting live in Bedford, I'm Josh McKelvin, WMUR News 9.